Hello, welcome back to the 7-day yoga challenge. It's Tanya here, and today we're going to focus on the legs and specifically the hamstrings. They get really tight on me, and that affects my whole lower back and hips. So we're going to just start seated and then end up on our back to do some leg stretching. A block may be helpful if you have one, and we will need a strap or a towel. I am using a necktie, so you could use a necktie, or just a bat, like a hand towel would be long enough. We're going to wrap it around our foot to do some stretching. Those resistance bands work as well, so any kind of band you can find. All right, let's get started in half butterfly pose. So I'm going to extend my left leg and place my right foot against my inner thigh, the half butterfly here. And we're just going to start with turning our upper body towards our left knee and leaning over that left leg straight over. So I'm flexing my toes to the sky, knee to the ceiling, leaning over. And this is where that block might come in handy. If you're really tight, you can rest an arm on a block. Using the breath on the exhale, sinking a little bit lower. Letting the neck relax finally. Melting the back of the leg. Don't go too far because we're not really warmed up unless you've just taken a walk or done some other exercise. Just let gravity pull you down. And after your next exhale, rolling back up, we will then take our left arm inside the left leg for a side bend. So this could also be on a block as well if you can't quite reach the floor. Laying that elbow and forearm down, looking up to the ceiling, and then if it's in your flexibility, lifting that right arm up and over. Nice deep breath, feeling that side bend. Bringing awareness to the toes, making sure they're flexed, knee to the ceiling. Relaxing the neck if it has any sort of tension. You don't want any pain here. With an inhale, twisting towards the sky. And with the exhale, just reaching a tiny bit further, sinking, sinking, sinking. And after your next exhale, coming back to center, and we'll switch legs. Right leg goes out, left foot into the thigh, turning our torso, upper body, right over that thigh here. Belly resting towards the thigh. And if you need that block, we're reaching towards the floor here on either side of the leg. Inhale to reach. Exhale to sink over. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, let the neck relax, making sure our knee and toes are pointing to the sky. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, release a little bit further. And after your next exhale, just coming back up and getting ready for our side bend. We're going to put our right forearm to the floor or to the block and reaching our chest towards the sky, feeling that twist here. If this is far enough for you, just stay here. If you would like to inhale that left arm up and over, Really feeling that stretch. Exhale to sink into it. Relaxing the neck if you need to. Bringing awareness to the toes and the knee, making sure they're pointing to the ceiling. Chest towards the ceiling. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Relax. And after your next exhale, coming back to center. We are going to do a seated, a half spinal twist. So let's take that right foot, keep our left knee where it is, bring that right foot around to the outside of the left knee. Finding both sit bones here. If you need to bring that foot out a bit to protect the knee, go ahead and do that. Or you can sink it right up against the thigh here. Sit bones planted. And then inhaling the left arm up and twisting it to the outside of the knee here. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist, looking over the right shoulder. My fingers are in a tripod behind me. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, you can twist a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. From the lower back to the upper back here. Neck is last. One more inhale, and on the exhale, release. We'll just switch sides here. So the left leg comes out, right foot back in, and then we can lift that left foot up and over to the outside of the right knee here. Find where that knee is comfortable if you need your foot out or in. Sit bones planted. Get that tummy out of the way. Inhale nice and long. Right arm up. Exhale it to the outside of the knee here. Gentle twist. Use that elbow just a little bit. Tripod the back fingers. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting from the lower ab through to the middle back and upper back. Neck is last. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. On your next exhale, unwinding, and we will widen our stance. So wide-legged, seated, forward fold. So we're just going to start with gently coming forward. So we want to feel those sit bones. We want our feet and our knees pointing to the sky here. And then we'll walk our fingers out to wherever they reach here. Lengthening the spine and exhaling to drop down. That block is what can help us relax into it. Exhale to melt the tension. You may find that you sink a little bit further with each exhale. And after your next exhale, rounding back up, we're going to do that side bend with our legs extended. So taking the block to the inside of the right leg, or without the block, where our right forearm comes down to the floor in front of the right leg. twisting to look to the sky, shining your heart up, and then bringing that left arm up and over, relaxing the neck if you need to. Breathing into the side body, making sure that our knees and our feet are still pointed to the sky. Using the breath to really melt away any tension here. And after your next exhale, coming back up, planting the other arm, moving the block if you need to. Forearm on the floor, twisting our chest to the sky. Inhaling that right arm up and over. Relaxing on the exhale. Releasing the neck if you want. Checking in that our knees and our toes are still pointing to the sky. Using the exhale to melt any tension here. And see what it feels like to engage the thighs, pulling the kneecaps up, making sure that they're engaged here. And on the next exhale, coming back to center. Let's come into the full butterfly. So planting our feet together, knees out, pulling the feet close in as far as they can go, wrapping the toes here. If this really, really isn't comfortable for you, if there's pain, make sure to widen your feet out further. That's perfectly fine. You do what's best for your body here. Inhaling to lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, leaning straight back forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale to lean, and then release that neck and just round everything over. Making sure to breathe into any tense places here. Using the breath to melt it away. And after your next exhale, rounding back up, we're going to move onto our back. So coming onto our back, getting your strap nearby here. We're going to take our knees to our chest one at a time. So let's hug in our left knee to our chest, flexing the right, both feet here, pulling that knee into the chest, engaging the right leg, and making sure that the right hip is planted down, and the neck and the head are down, shoulders down. Breathe into the stretch. And on the exhale, switching legs, hugging the right knee up and in, flexing the feet, making sure that left hip plants down. Breathe into the stretch here on this side. And releasing both legs down, we'll grab our strap. We're gonna wrap the left foot at the ball of the foot, keeping the foot flexed, toes towards the face, grabbing your whatever you have here, and with a gentle bend in the knee, let's just pull this leg towards the wall behind us. Breathing into the back of the leg, feeling that stretch. all the way through the calf, even into the heel. Melting the tension with your exhale. Maybe pointing and flexing a couple times here to release any tension. And doing a couple of circles with the ankle to the right and then to the left. And let's go back into our pull towards our face. Pull that foot towards the back wall behind you. One more breath here. And we're going to cross that leg across our body, left leg over to the right side. And I'm keeping my hips down and feeling that stretch across this IT band. So flexing the foot, pulling it towards my face, and feeling that stretch through the side of the leg, all the way wrapping around into that sciatic, the low back. With the exhale, you might sink a little bit further. Just relax that right leg. Anytime you feel pain, just back off a little bit. We don't want any pain. We just want a nice stretch. After your next exhale, coming back to center, and we'll drop the left leg out to the left, opening up the inside of the leg, pulling the foot towards the face, and letting gravity sink a little bit more. And that exhale releases a little bit more tension. Stretching the inside of the leg. And maybe a little movement to see what you can release a little bit more here. And on the next exhale, bending that knee and bringing it back up. Let's switch legs. Right foot comes up, finding the ball of the foot with your strap or your towel. Extending the left leg. If that's too much for you, you can bend the left leg too. Now we're going to do those point and flex here with this foot. Just loosening up the back of the leg here. And then circles to the right. And circles to the left. Flexing the foot, pointing the toes towards the face. Pulling that leg towards the wall behind you. Making sure that our hips are flat and our shoulders and neck are down to the ground here. Breathing into the back of the leg. And on the next exhale, let's bring it across the body, right leg over to the left, making a T with the other arm. We'll keep our shoulders down, flexing the foot and feeling that stretch all the way through the outside of the leg, into the hip, around into the buttocks and the lower back. Breathing into the side of the leg here. And with the exhale, just releasing a little bit more. After your next exhale, let's just bring it back through the center, switching hands with your strap and dropping that leg out to the right side, keeping shoulders flat, hips flat, flexing the foot and letting gravity sink that leg deeper and deeper. Stretching the inside of the leg. Any little movements that you need to do to release that leg and then bring it back to center. Here, releasing the strap. And we're going to do half happy baby. Let's switch legs to the left leg. So grabbing the left foot from the outside, bringing the knee in towards the armpit and flexing the foot here. Like we're going to kick the ceiling, but we're also pushing down at the same time. Feel that counter stretch here. Foot to ceiling, but knee to armpit. Really opening that hip here. Relaxing the other leg on the floor. Breathing in to the hip flexor here. And releasing with the exhales. After your next exhale, let's just switch legs. Left leg goes down, right foot comes up, grabbing from the outside, knee towards the armpit, flexing the foot towards the ceiling. Let's push the foot up to the ceiling while pushing the knee down. Feeling that stretch into the hip flexor here. Using your exhale to melt any more tension here. And release on the next exhale. Let's make a T with the arms, and we'll do one last pose, a spinal twist. Reclined spinal twist. So bring your knees to your chest, drop them to the left, keeping the shoulders on the ground. Both shoulders planting down, knees dropping. Looking over to the right, left hand can come on the left knee. Let's use our exhale to sink into the ground, releasing all the muscles here. And on the next exhale, rolling your knees back to center, Arms in a T, dropping the knees to the right, shoulders planting down. Head turns to the left side, and then we can take that right hand on top of the right knee to further the twist. Sink down, releasing all the muscles here. Letting our exhale sink us further and further into the twist. Nice deep breaths. And on your next exhale, rolling back to center. You can either lay down for a final relaxation or rock and roll your way up to seated. And may you be well, may you be safe, may you be peaceful. Namaste.